Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DMTPTV. I'm Anthony Lewis. As you know, this is Paul Ireland. Paul, you wrote a fantastic article about...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
About the effect of AI winning the supplement battle in the age of AI. And I'd like to talk to you about a couple of points on that.
Okay.
You had about 10, but we'll make it very quick.
Okay.
One of the ones was tie your supplements to OE procedures. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so one of the best ways to either make it past the AI scrubber or to trigger a human to be looking at the file is to tie the operations to OE procedures. So making sure that it's heavy on safety, heavy on OE procedures, and we're talking line notes, we're talking what you're writing on the line. Just put all that stuff in because the AI doesn't have the capacity to go through and see if that's applicable, and it's either going to go through and not get flagged, or you're going to get the human.
Gotcha. Another point that you talked about was writing supplements in causation language. What does that mean?
So everything that we do has a cause, a correlation, and a resolution. So for static removal, for example, if we're going to write a line for that, we're going to not put static in application. It's going to get flagged, and it's going to be a change request. But if we write the cause static on the panel, the correlation, it's going to be static caused by the prep process, and the resolution is using the anti-stat device to remove static from the panel prior to material application. Mm-hmm. If you've got what it is, why, and how we're going to fix it, it's a lot more likely it's going to slip by the AI.
Okay. What about when you talked about bundling versus writing out separate operations?
So instead of having pre-scan, post-scan calibration like all on one line, breaking those out and making sure we're using the right verbiage for those too. So making sure that everything is an analysis, right? A diagnostic scan, mm-hmm. not just a scan. And a few more words you can use to avoid. You don't want to use shop policy, administrative, shop procedure. Everything's got to be tied to something, so you want to make sure that you're writing them as specific examples. If they're safety, if they're an OEM recommended procedure, mm-hmm. all of those together.
And talk to us a little bit about photo documentation.
The AI is really good at looking at photos, and if your photos suck, it's going to get kicked back. If you have 8 hours on a panel and it's a white panel and you can't see, you need to use a dent board. You need to set it up to where you can really see the panel. You need to have the damage, and you need to have the damage location. So if you've got a picture that is a scratch and you can't tell where it is on the vehicle, it's going to get kicked back.
Okay. And then lastly, there were 10 points, but I just want to go through this really quickly. Sure. Let's talk about trigger language, right, for AI. Like, what does that look like? What does that sound like when you're writing line notes?
Wash car, pre-wash car, right? You've got to get more creative. Clean damaged panel for accurate damage evaluation. That's going to make it through a lot better than pre-wash car, because it's going to know, it only knows what the insurance company's taught it, right? They're not using chat, they're using their AI that they're programming. So little curveballs here and there, stuff that they're not going to know what to do with. Like I said, shop policy, that's going to get bounced back almost every time, just because they don't care, honestly. Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I appreciate all the info, man. It was a fantastic article. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
For all the information. All right. Gabe, you've been interrupting the whole time. What do you want, dude? What do you want?
I just like the camera. I like you guys. I want to say something about what we're doing here. Give me something to talk about. Ask me a question. Anything.
You said that
I got you.
You said that you wanted to talk about something that a customer talked to you about earlier today. What was that?
Remind me. I forgot.
You said that the customer was asking about Walmart pricing.
Here we go. Should your insurance company come back at you with, I can find it cheaper online or at Walmart? Here's your response. My supplier, NCS and Single Source, will get the product to me. It's within spec, it's within shelf life. I don't have to worry about guarantee or warranty on that product. If you buy from an alternative source, you might have to wonder, can I stand behind that product? We don't make you wonder about that. Our product will be within spec.
It's very good information, Gabe, but I really feel like though we could have waited for that. But thank you so much nonetheless. This is Anthony Lewis coming to you live, DMTPTV. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Cut the check.
I don't like it.